Hello, we are going to continue the discussion. In our first video are all about the hyperbola. We solve we find the features or properties together with the equation or the standard equation of the parabola, a hyperbola, given that the center is located at the origin. In this example or in this video, we are going to continue discussion about hyperbola considering that the center is on the coordinates HK. Okay? Kumbaga, hindi na sa origin or 0, 0 yung coordinate ng ating center for this hyperbola. So, with this, we are going to consider the following formulas that we need for us to solve the features or the properties for this hyperbola. For horizontal and vertical hyperbola. So, if the center is located at the coordinates HK, the formula for the foci would be, of course, nasa x-coordinate yung ating pag-plus at pag-minus ng C. So, horizontal, so nasa x-coordinate. So, focus would be h minus c, comma k. Focus 2, h plus c, comma k. For the vertical hyperbola, our focus would be h comma k minus c. So, nasa y-coordinate yung ating pag-plus and pag-minus ng c. Next, we have vertices, h minus a comma k, vertex 2, h plus a comma k. These are the coordinates of our vertices. For horizontal hyperbola. For vertical hyperbola, we are going to deal on the y coordinate, no? So we have h comma k minus a, h comma k plus e. Then for the equation of the asymptote, so dadagdagan lang natin siya ng k at saka ng h, no? So y minus k, kung kanina or doon sa ating previous video, it was y lang because the coordinate, the center is at the origin dito. Since the center is h, the coordinate h and k, so we are going to put k on our y coordinate and h for our x coordinate. So we now have y minus k equals plus minus b over a x minus h. This is h. And then for the vertical, y minus k equals plus minus a over b x minus h. The graph would be something like this, no? So, for the horizontal, pahiga, yung ating principal axis is nasa, nakahiga, naka-horizontal siya. So, the hyperbola or the branches of our hyperbola is left and right. For the vertical, so, we are dealing with the nakapatayo, yung ating hyperbola. So, our branches for the hyperbola is up and down. Okay? So, ganyan siya. We now proceed with our example number 1. Example 3, since this is the continuation, no? Since this is the continuation of our previous example or previous video. So, example number 3, this is the question or the problem. Find the coordinates of center, foci, and equation of the asymptotes of the hyperbola. Sketch the graph and label the important points. So, we are asked to find the center, the foci, and the equation of the asymptote. So, hindi nanap yung vertices, but later we'll just include the vertices. And also, we are asked to sketch its graph. Okay? So, dalawa yung ating problem under example number 3. These are, letter A, x plus 3 squared over 4 minus y minus 1 squared over 16 equals 1. So, naka-standard form po yung ating first example or ating first problem in example 3. And the second one naman is naka-general form. So, meron ba tayong 4y squared minus 9y squared plus 16x plus 54y equals 29. So, dalawa yung problem. Meron naka-standard, meron hindi naka-standard. So, how do we do this one? So, ganito po yung ating magiging solution. Okay, so for problem number 1, problem letter A, it is already in the standard form. So it's easy for us, no? It's easy for us to know the values of our A, B, and C. So x plus 3 squared over 4 minus y minus 1 squared over 16 equals 1. So find first the what you call this one, the values of A, B, and C. So you are going to find first the value of your A, B, and C. To find for the values of your A, B, and C, okay, A squared is equal to 4 kasi siya yung nauna. B squared is equal to 16. And we are going to look for our C. So we have here, our A becomes 2. Our B becomes 4. And our C would be equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared. C is equal to square root of 4 plus 16. So C is equal to the square root of 20. Okay? Square root of 20 po ang ating C, or this would be equal to plus minus 2 square root of 5. So, yan po ang magiging value ng ating C. Okay? So, after po niyan, we are going to look, ay, hindi ba nakita? Sorry. Okay, after po niyan, we are going to look for the features. Okay? So, we are going to look for the features of our hyperbola. So, for the features of our hyperbola, okay, first we are going to find for our focus. Center first, center. Focus. Ano nga formula pag focus? So, dahil ito ay nasa, yung nauna is x squared. Yung nauna, kita ba? Yung nauna is x squared. Yung nauna is x squared, tapos negative yung y. So, this is, what we call this one? This is horizontal, no? Horizontal po ito. So, dahil horizontal ito, kasi nauna yung x squared, ang ating formula for x is doon sa x coordinate, yung may plus and minus c. So, mangyayari dito, magiging h minus c, comma k, then focus 2 would be h plus c, comma k. Okay, so then ang ating vertices, vertex 1, vertex 2, would be h minus a, comma k, then h plus a, comma k. Okay, so yan po. First is locate the, find the center. So, center, meron po tayo dito sa ating x. Meron po tayong positive 3. So, ang ating h would become opposite sign nito, negative 3. Sunod ang ating y dito is negative 1. So, mangyayari, opposite niyan, positive 1. This will now be our center. Next, after finding the center, we are now going to find the foci. So, foci h minus k. So, that would be, h minus c, sorry. F1 would be, what is your h? That is negative 3. What is your c? That is minus 2 square root of 5, comma, what is your k? That is 1. Okay? And then, by the way, this is approximately equal to value of your square root of 20 would be, just wait for a while, I'm just gonna make use of my calculator. Square root of 20, 4.47. 4.47. So, yan po yung ating value ng ating C, no? 4.47. So, ating F2, let's continue. Meron tayo ditong negative 3 plus 2 square root of 5, comma 1. So, solving this one, approximate value ng ating 2 square root of 5, 4.47. So, negative 3 minus 4.47, our F1 would be negative 7.47, comma 1. That is the location. Okay lang po kung decimal, no? Ganyan talaga yung buhay. Meron talagang decimal points. Dito naman, negative 3 plus 2 square root of 5. The answer would be negative 1.47 comma 1. Okay? So, negative 1.47 comma 1. Sorry. It is positive pala. Positive 1.47 comma 1. Tama ba? 4.47 minus, negative 3 plus 4.47. Oh, ayan siya. So, positive siya. Next, vertices. So, our V1 would be, H is negative 3. Our A is 2. So, minus 2, comma 1. V2 would be negative 3 plus 2, comma 1. So, V1 is negative 5, 1. And then our V2 would be negative 1, 1. Then, for our asymptotes, okay? So, this is horizontal nga, no? Horizontal. So, we are going to make use of the equation for the asymptote. Y minus K equals plus minus B over A X minus H. Okay? So, substitute the value for your K and your H. So, we have now Y minus 1 equals plus minus what is your B? 4 over what is your A? 2. X minus negative 3. So, Y minus 1 equals plus minus 2 x plus 3. Okay? So, x plus 3 po ito. Sorry. Anong sunod niyan? We now have simplify. Y minus 1 equals 2 x plus 3. So, this is your first asymptote. The second one would be y minus 1 equals negative 2x plus 3. Bakit dalawa? Bakit dalawa? Kasi positive tapos negative. So, positive, negative, positive 2, negative 2. Kaya naging dalawa yan. Simplify, we now have, dito lang sa baba. We now have y minus 1 equals 2x plus 3, plus 6. And then the other one would be y minus 1 equals negative 2x minus 6. Okay? So, this would be equal to y. Is transfer mo yung 1 doon sa gilid sa kabila. Same goes for this, no? Ganun din. Transfer mo sa kabila. So, we now have y equals, so, negative 1 magiging positive 1. So, 2x plus 7 na siya. Negative 1 maging positive 1 plus minus 6. So, mangyayari, this becomes negative 2x minus 5. So, ito yung equations ng ating asymptotes. After ng equations ng ating asymptote, so, kompleto na tayo, no? Meron na tayong center, meron na tayong focus, meron na tayong vertices, meron na tayong asymptotes. Ayan. So, we are now going to graph, no, our hyperbola. We are now going to graph. Okay? How to graph? Of course, you are going to draw your coordinate system. Then, locate the center. So, saan po yung ating center dyan? Ang ating center is negative 3, 1. Negative 3, 1. So, saan ang negative 3, 1? This is negative 3, positive 1. Tapos, dito naman yung 1. So, nandyan yung ating center. Sunod, vertex. So, susunod na hahanapin isang vertex. So, ang vertex po natin ay negative 5, 1, at saka negative 1, 1. Negative 5, 1. So, saan ang negative 5? So, negative 3 ito, negative 5 nandito, negative 5, 1. So, vertex 1, sunod, negative 1, 1. This is your negative 1. This is your 1. So, this is your vertex 2. After that, you are going to find the conjugate. Ano yung conjugate gani? Yung value ng ating b. That is 4. So, 4 sa taas, 4 sa baba. Count ka, galing dito. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ano ito? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 4. Count ka ng 4. Taas niya, no? So, tapos 4 din sa baba. Galing dito ha, galing dito. Galing sa linya ng vertex. So, count galing dito. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, negative 3 siya dito. Linya pa din ang ating center. So, ito ngayon yung ating limit para sa ating rectangle. So, gagawa ka ng kanyang length dyan, ay width dyan. Width niya din dito. Siyempre, estimate mo lang na hanggang vertex part lang siya. Hanggang vertex part lang. Okay? So, hanggang vertex part lang yung ating rectangle. So, ganito yung itsura ng ating rectangle. After nyan, after mabuo ng ating rectangle, we are now going to draw the diagonal, no? Draw the diagonal of our rectangle. Extend this one. Extend. Okay, draw the diagonal. Draw the diagonal. And then extend outside. Ayan na. So, assume na, na locate niya talaga yung ating mga sides. So, after po niyan, we are going now to locate the focus. So, our focus is negative 7.47 and 1. So, negative 7. Saan banda yung negative 7 kaya dito? So, this is negative 6. This is negative 7. 0.47 man. So, nagkuntahay, this is negative 8. So, nandito, no? Nandito yung 4, 7.47. For 7.47 and then 7.47 and then 1. So, dito yung kanyang location. So, this is your focus 1. So, now the second focus is positive 1.47 and then 1. Positive 1.47 and then 1. So, ang positive 1.47 is nandito. This is positive 1. And then this is 2. So, nandito yung inyong 1.47. 1.47 at saka 1. So, nandito yung ating focus 2. Okay ba? So, after nyan, you are just going to, tawag nito, you are just going to draw a smooth curve. Draw a smooth curve like this. Okay, papunta sa ating asymptote. Sa bawat branches ng ating hyperbola. Tapos yung isa naman is dito. Sa bawat branches ng ating hyperbola. So, this is now the graph of your hyperbola. Take note, para mas better yung graph ninyo, make use of other color, no? Para mas ma-distinguish yung graph. Okay? Next, after po nyan, we now proceed to our example number 2. Ito, sa ating number 3, ay being example number 3, letter B. So, dito po students, naka-general form po ito. So, we are going to transform this one first into standard and then locate the following features. So, how do we transform that one into standard? Okay, so, gagamitan lang natin siya ng completing the square. Okay, so, gagamitan lang siya ng completing the square. So, how do we do that one? Okay. So, solution. 4x squared. Itabi mo yung x, no? Yung mga may x. Sana all magkatabi. Plus 16x minus 9y squared. 9y squared. Sunod niyan. plus 54y equals equals what? 29. Okay, so after po nyan, we are going to factor first, then factor this one. So factor this one, 4 and 16, we have 4. X squared plus 4x. Then dito, copy negative pa din, no? So y squared. So take note mga take note mga students, nasanay ako sa word na kasama, no? Take note na nilabas mo yung negative 9. So, ibig sabihin po niyan, dahil nilabas mo yung negative 9, yung sign dito is mag-change. This becomes negative then. Then, tinanggal mo yung 9 sa 54, so 6y na lang equals 29. So, bakit kailangan nating gawing negative ito? Para hindi magbago, wala tayong binago sa original equation, kundi nag-factor lang tayo. Para pagbalik mo multiply, we have here negative 9 times y squared, negative 9y squared. Negative 9 times negative 6y, we have a positive 54y. Kaya negative ito dito. So, take note ha, pag minus yung nilabas, mag-change ang sign yung ng nasa loob para hindi maiba yung equation. Okay, so after nyan, we are going to do the completing the square. So, we have 4x squared plus 4x, then plus 4 minus 9y squared minus 6y, ano ilalagay ko dito, plus 9 equals, dito na tayo ngayon magkakaroon ng something additional info, no? 29, no? So, anong ilalagay ko dito sa gilid ng 29? Ang ilalagay dyan sa gilid ng 29 would be 4 times 4. So, 4 times 4, that is 16. Ang sunod naman, negative 9 times positive 9, that would be negative 81. Okay, so take note po tayo dyan. 4 times 4, positive 16, negative 9 times positive 9, negative 81. And then dito, bakit naging negative siya? It's because i-take out mo yung factor na negative 9. So, para mabalik pa rin siya sa original na positive 54, kailangan negative ito dito. Or simply, pag naglabas ka ng negative, change the sign ng nasa loob. So, after nyan, we will have, after completing this square, we are now going to simplify this. This becomes, we are going to make this one into binomial, no? 4x plus 2 squared, okay, minus 9. This becomes y minus 3 squared equals negative 36. Okay? So, negative 36 po yan. Since we need to equate this equation into 1, gagawin natin siyang 1. So, divide both sides by negative 36, negative 36, negative 36. So, we now have here 1. Okay? And then dito, makancel syempre yung ating 36. So, meron na tayo ngayong, may negative sign man. So, negative x plus 2 squared over, ano matira dito? 9. Negative, negative, this becomes positive, no? Positive, makancel itong 9, matira dito, y minus 3 squared over 4. Okay? So, dahil hindi naman proper na ganitong dito sa gilid yung may negative sign, i-arrange natin siya kung saan mauna na yung y, tapos yung x is nandito na siya after ng y. Kasi nga, we are dealing with hyperbola, so dapat difference yung nasa gitna. So, this will now become, let's rearrange this one. May aning y minus 3 squared over 4 minus x plus 2 squared over 9 equals 1. So, this is now the standard, no? equation of our hyperbola.